Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a GW Tiger. It's a tier 9 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Redshire Encounter and it's under the command of Dr. Dip. Now, from the looks of it, the vehicle, he's carrying the 21cm gun. There's no muzzle brake on this gun, so yes, it must be the 21cm. It can do 1100 alpha if he can penetrate 53mm of armor. So even if he doesn't penetrate a target, he can certainly badly damage it. Now, it's based on the hull of a Tiger II, not, as many people think, the Tiger tank. But this is an Arty that was actually in development towards the end of the war. And that big round circular thing at the rear, well, that was actually a base plate for the Arty if it was to be dismounted from the vehicle. And yes, this Arty could dismount the gun, although the Germans were intending to use this Arty without dismounting it. Okay, ready to go. He's found his position. He's in that little copse at the bottom of the map. Now there's a couple of enemy tanks made their way up to the Zeppelin, but they are in the shadow of the Zeppelin at the moment, which makes it very difficult to hit them. No shots there. Might be able to get around on that 430. Rounds out, first shot. It's a big splash right next door to him for 497 hit points, and he picked up a load of stun assist and track damage afterwards. The Object 430 repaired his tracks and pulled away. And well, he should, because that round did a huge amount of damage. He lost nearly 1,000 hit points off that shot, so he's not going to be too happy. And that MX 65 ton is about to do the same, make the same mistake. Reload time is 35.44 seconds. Now we need that 4502 to stay away from that corner. Unfortunately he didn't, and he got stunned along with the 65 ton, but the 65 ton lost 266 hit points of damage from the shot. Now it certainly helps if you mark the ground when you've got a teammate that's too close to an enemy tank which you're about to strike. Mark the ground next to them. Hopefully they'll pull back, as they'll recognise that you're about to fire, and that will give them a bit of distance like that 4502 just did. And hopefully the next round won't damage the 4502s. Going for the 65 ton, he's made the same mistake as the Object 430, and he takes a direct hit for 462 and takes some damage afterwards as well, 516. So he's lost a lot of hit points. He's doing very well actually. He's picking up loads of stun assist, loads of damage assist as well. And the 65 tons down, but unfortunately he's blocking that position, which means now it's more than likely the enemy tanks won't try to use that position. But he has got shots on the enemy tanks who are further north. Centurion 7-1 rounds out, and well, he did pick up some splash, 438, so very good shot there. But there's an enemy Link 6x6 who's making quick runs into our territory. And I think that's persuaded Dr. Dip to relocate, find a new firing position, because he could be vulnerable to that 6x6. If he's over here, at least he's got his teammates with him. There's a Panther 88 a little further away. This is a well-known Arty firing position, though that's one of the big problems. It is the spawn point, so you would expect the enemy Arty to look in this direction for any tracers if they were doing any counter battery. And the Lorraine 15551 has decided he's not going to stay here if Dr. Dip's going to be here. Oh! Why did he fire that round? I don't know. And that's a waste of a round, because they are expensive rounds. It's another reason to vacate that area, and that's because the enemy have actually come down on the west side of the map. There's a standard B over in grid square K1, and he's with one of his teammates. and they might be coming along the back of the bottom end of the map. T-55A is moving down to try and intercept them. And there's another good reason for moving up to the Zeppelin. From the Zeppelin you can get good Arty shots into the cap area to get resets. The enemy is capping at the moment, but the cap has been blocked. And we're now going to try and fire a couple of rounds into the cap area. It's a T-10 making for the cap. Fired in. Hits the ground nearby. There's that Lynx again. Okay, well, he keeps changing position, so it's going to be very difficult for the enemy to pin him down. The Lorraine has actually come back, and he's actually moved up closer to the Zeppelin as well. And, oh, now this is interesting. There's a lot of enemy tanks in the cap area. And one's actually capping, but there's a whole bunch of them nearby. It looks to me like Dr. Dip is actually going to go north of the Zeppelin to fire into the cap area, because his team seems to have occupied most of the area from this side, but he might want to consider staying near the Zeppelin on the basis that you can get good shots into that cap area. Still going north. I guess he probably thinks that he's safer over here from the enemy light tanks than he is being close to the Zeppelin. Okay, now he's ready to shoot. He's going to go for that Progetto. Working out where to put the shell. Rounds out. It's a good shot. A very good shot. 414 hit points. The Progetto's a one shot now. And he won't live very long. The Wizzy 11114 will get him any second. Yep, there we go. The enemy's still capping. We're 2 tanks up on the enemy at the moment. Here's a T-44. Can we get a shot on him? Lining him up. Rounds out. Long shot. Direct hit right into his side for 458 hit points. A very good shot. Now it's a long reload time, unfortunately, because this is the 21cm gun. The 17cm stock gun is a quicker reload but doesn't do quite as much damage. Oh, we lost our Wizzy 11114 to the enemy's 212A. They've only got one RT left. We're loaded, but we can't see into the cap area. We don't know where that enemy tank is. We could probably take a guess, but it'd be quite risky to take a shot as a guess. There's the Lynx. It is the Lynx that's capping. And we will badly damage him if he's nearby. And, oh, it was a good shot. He actually reset, left the cap of his own accord, but he was badly damaged by that 143 hit point shot. We're 1 tank up on the enemy now. Focusing on the cap area. Almost loaded. We're going to try. Oh, no, we lost sight of the T-10, so we can't do anything against him. But we can hit that Scorpion G, who's made a very big mistake going up that side of the hill. And he's paid for it. He was taken out by our Scorpion G, but we lost our VK4502 to their Borsig. And they're capping again. And what's the guessing that it's the 6x6 who's doing it? Well, he left the cap again. The score is now even as well, so yeah, we've got a bit of a problem. T-54E1 down the south area of the map, being spotted by the T-54. We're dialing in. This could be good. Rounds out. Direct hit for 417. The Lorraine hit him as well just afterwards, and our teammate in the T-54 finished him off. The Borsig, well, we've seen him up on the hill there. He's just hiding behind that rock. Okay, dialing in on the T10. He's got more armor than the T-54. We fire a round in anyway. Oh! And, oh, well, it stuns our T-54 teammate and does some splash damage to the T10. So it was useful. For a second, I thought the T-54 was going to take the round. He did get stunned, but the T-10 goes down. And that's the end of the game because the others have all been killed. It's all over. So a lot of damage there by Dr. Dip. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats, see where we stand. Well, it was a first class tanker for Dr. Dip in the GW Tiger, the Geschutzwagen Tiger. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 13 in that one. And he also managed to get a Confederate medal, hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. Very nicely done indeed. 3,985 was the win 8 for that game. When we look at the damage, we can see that he actually did the highest damage in the game, didn't pick up the high caliber. 3,553 hit points of damage, and that may be because he did stun that T-54 towards the end of the game, and that may be why he didn't get his high caliber, yes. Did get the... let's have a look. The next high score actually on damage was the Borsig with 3307, and after that it was the Scorpion G on the enemy team with 2887. When it came to kills, when it was shared, there's an awful lot of players who managed to get 2 kills apiece. 5 kills, 5 players on his own team, 3 players on the enemy team, all got 2 kills. Unfortunately, Dr. Dip only got the 1 kill, but it was still very nice. He managed to get the highest base XP, 1032, 763 for the UNS-16 and 761 for the T-54. He fired 11 rounds in that game, got 4 direct hits, no penetration, but 13 splash. Damage of 3,553 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 1, and did 810 hit points of damage assist and 1,947 hit points of stun assist of 10 stuns. And 66 defense points whilst he hit enemy tanks in the cap. On a premium count, he earned 59,309 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and the ammo is expensive, took away 36,429 credits. Got 26 bonds, so probably the Veni Vidi Vici and the one for the Confederate, and 1,548 XP times 4 for the first victory, took away 6,192 altogether. So very nice to get top damage. Unfortunate that he did stun his own teammate towards the end, and that's probably where he lost the high caliber. If you try to fire at 2 tanks very close together, I know the rules have changed, and nowadays if you do that, you're not going to damage your own teammate, but you are going to stun them, and if they take damage in any way whatsoever, more than likely that's going to lose you the high caliber. So I advise against it. If you've got 2 tanks very close together, try to hold off until they're come slightly apart. When that shot went in, I honestly thought he was going to take out his own teammate with that round, but luckily he was far enough away that he only stunned him, but there might have been some splash damage which wasn't recorded or wasn't shown, and that may be why he lost the high caliber at that moment. So we'll have to see. Maybe that was the reason. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, hit the notification button, and thank you for watching.